Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today's going to be tip 182. And today I decided I was going to talk about, I just got back from a walk. Today I thought I would talk about hints to smoothly wake up and get your day started. That's probably one of the greatest gifts I've given myself in the past year, is getting my day started earlier. Actually, I started thinking about it, and I need to figure out how to keep my energy up so that I can accomplish more later. Usually by the end of a workday, I'm wiped out. So that'll be coming up next. But what I started working with is last year, Doc V always said, like, slingshot into the weekend. And he always talked about getting up earlier and making your day count and being more productive in the day. And there's a lot of books out there that talk about, getting your day started, and that the most successful people get their day started earlier. And I've read a couple books, Robin Sharma, and I got to remember the name of the guy that we were just introduced to through Chris Nagel's Money School group training. I forgot his name, but I'll look for it and put it in the comments. Then I looked up articles, Life Hack, a 2021 article, Entrepreneur, had articles about how do you make the best start of your day so that you can be more successful. The most successful people get started early. And the first thing they said is that set an alarm. There are a lot of hints about setting an alarm. Maybe you set that alarm and you keep it far away from where you're at so that you have to get up to physically turn it off, and don't allow yourself to hit snooze. By doing that, you're out of bed. So what you can do is immediately make the bed so that you're not tempted to crawl back in it. Is that true? Yep. Actually, my goal now is that I have started to wake up before the alarm, which means that a year later, I am getting used to it, which makes me feel good. The next hint is start slowly. If you can't commit to an hour earlier, do 15 minutes. Just start backing yourself up and getting yourself into a new habit so that you can get your day started. There's an amazing thing starting the day early. I myself get up, go through my routine of making the bed, meditating, I say some positive statements, and I'll actually go outside and walk. And getting that walk in, that's actually one of the tips, so I'll wait on that one. But getting started slowly, even if it's 15-minute increments, a year later, I actually wake up between 4 and 4:30 regularly, generally 4 o'clock, and most times I wake before the alarm. But lately I've been staying up a little bit later, so the alarm wakes me, but I still get up without a problem. What I did find is when I started realizing it, even though what I used to do is, even though I thought I was tired, I would stay in bed and I'd ruminate about all the problems I thought I had and all the stresses. And what it made me start to realize is I was solving no problems by laying in bed ruminating about all these things that needed to be taken care of. The best gift I could give myself is to get up and get moving and do something. Because getting that little success of something, even making the bed, getting out and getting a walk in, propelled me forward and helped me to get out of the doldrums. The next one is they talk about having an AP. Maybe you check in with somebody and just send them a text saying, hey, I'm up. I know that does work. I'm not going to the gym in the morning right now, but when I first started trying to go to the gym at 5 a.m., my friend is a trainer there, and she was training me a couple of times a week. And I told her I was going to come in at 5 a.m. to work out. Well, what ended up happening is when I didn't show up in the beginning, when I was struggling with that habit, she started texting me at 5 a.m. saying, where are you? And eventually, I was awake, so I started going in. I already talked about making your bed. It reduces your temptation to jump back in. I'm not a coffee drinker, but it says if you are a coffee drinker, get your coffee machine set up so that it actually has the coffee made for you and you can smell it at the time that your alarm goes off. This is another one I've heard a couple of times lately. Take a cold shower, and if you can't take a cold shower, just make the last 30 seconds of your shower ice cold. There's something about that cold shower that stimulates your body and keeps you awake. Breakfast, they say that if you eat a breakfast of oatmeal or leafy greens and water, that tends to keep you motivated and going. And I'll say for those of us in Doc V's tribe, the green smoothie, because the green smoothie is the leafy greens and the water all together, so that might be a good choice. The next item is workout, and for me, I love that. I get up and I walk, and I can see the sun rising, and I usually see a bunch of bunnies in the morning, or animals, because the animals are out and about before we get out and interrupt them, so that's always kind of fun. So if you're there's other things that they were hinting about getting yourself going, and that's music. And when I walk in the morning, I listen to I am affirmations and meditations, good morning meditations, and those are very helpful to me. Another hint they have about trying to get up earlier is go to bed earlier, because now what I'm finding a year into getting up earlier, I'm actually able to extend the time I'm awake at night. So I'm trying to find the best. I'm better in the morning, but I'm going to try to figure out how to be more productive in the evening. They say no snooze. And what I do to no snooze is I have animals, and I smartly, I guess, train them that they get a treat in the morning. But what has happened is part of what helped me not to hit the snooze is I have one that is a talker in the morning, and she knows that she's supposed to get a treat the second that alarm goes off. And if I was to hit snooze, she will stand by the bed and talk to me until I get up and give her the treat. But what I found is what I tend to do on that is if I've gotten up and I give them the treats on their cat tree that's at the other end of the house. So if I have to get up, walk to the other end of the house, I just start going, well, I'll just do this one thing, and then I'll do this one thing, and I'm up and I'm awake, and that works for me because she will not shut up until I give her that treat. I've trained her for that, and I guess I appreciate it even as much as I'm growling under my breath as I walk down the hall to give it to her. I do believe in this too. It says stay on the same schedule, Monday through Sunday. You will get into an area where that your body starts to have a routine, and it's just easier for your body to follow a routine. The next one is that getting up earlier is less stress, and walking earlier is part of the mental game. If we don't get started earlier and get walking earlier and get our mental game into it, hi Thomas, and get our mental game into it sooner, we're letting other factors influence the win. We want to have the win. And I do find that by getting up earlier, by going out and getting that morning walk in, by listening to the I am affirmations and the good morning meditations as I walk first thing in the morning, I release a lot of stress, and that helps me get my day started better. So I would totally say it does help reduce stress, because I kick my day off with an accomplishment. I get in a meditation, I get in an I am affirmation, I get in positive talks. It also says no naps. I know that for myself, my morning routine is really good, and I follow it faithfully. I have found that I feel better because I'm getting up and I'm being proactive instead of laying in bed and ruminating about all these horrible things that are going on. I'm going to actually use some of these tools to try to make my evening more productive, because I am productive in the evening, but I know I can kick it up a notch. So I'm going to use some of these tools to try to keep pushing forward and have more and more accomplishments, because I think that's how the 5% or 4% or 1% get so much further in their lives. But these tools, if they helped me in the morning, I'm going to try to shift some of them to the night. But it does help me hugely by getting my day started on the right track. It sets the stage and makes it feel good. So I'll kind of go over these tips again. And like I said, there's many books out there. Robin Sharma, multiple people have books. Doc V always talks about getting up earlier, getting your day started. I totally agree with that. I've probably about a year into getting up. I think I started at 5 a.m. and had what they call, Robin Sharma has what's called the victory hour. And his victory hour is 20 minutes of meditation, 20 minutes of journaling, and 20 minutes of activity for that first hour every morning. I actually am now backed up to about getting up at 4 a.m. and that just happened naturally, because what I started finding is that I would wake up before the alarm, and what I recognized is as I was laying in bed, I was ruminating about all the things that caused me stress. And I thought, why am I laying here stressing myself out? Just get up and get the day started. So the tips that I found an entrepreneur and life hack are those who wake earlier are more successful. We've heard that from a million people. Set an alarm, put it far away from the bed so you have to get up. Don't think about it, just get up, turn off that alarm, make the bed, and start your day. It does help if that alarm is far enough away from the bed that you do have to get up and get out of bed. It says start slowly. If you can't commit to getting up an hour early, start 15 minutes earlier. You will get used to it. Your body does get into a routine. Again, I mentioned that ruminating. I found that I was spending time just worrying, and there's no point in laying in bed worrying. The next one is an AP. They talked about how if you have somebody that you're touching base with in the morning, that you're committing to getting up, maybe you send them a direct message saying, hey, I'm up, just to confirm it. I know that worked with me about going to the gym several years ago. Right after I had surgery, I committed to going in at 5 a.m. My friend opened the gym at 5 a.m. and if I wasn't there, I got a text in the morning. So that helped. Make your bed. If your bed is made, you're less likely you want to go mess it up. Drink coffee. It says set your coffee alarm so that your coffee is waiting for you at the time you set to get up. Yeah, see, Thomas, I love getting up early. I just need to turn some of these tools into being more productive at night because I'm usually so drained from having an analytical, analyzed, problem-solving day that I feel exhausted by the end of the day. But I'm realizing now that I need to put some of these tools into play for the evening so that I keep momentum for longer because I know I can get more out of myself. And I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. The next tip is take a cold shower. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a cold shower after the work day, even just a quick one, just to make my body cold so that I get that blast of energy to keep me going into the evening. But it can't be for watching TV. It's got to be for pushing my life forward. Because I was thinking about it. Jim Rohn talks about the fact that we need to do the best we can in our jobs. We need to be an asset that they want to pay for, but that the personal development has to be on us. We personally develop, which benefits our employer. I am giving it everything I have during the workday, but I've got to find that push so that I have more energy to personally develop myself. So that maybe that's what I'll do at the end of the workday, jump in, get a little bit of a cold, not even that I need the, cold shower, get out and then just push forward. Maybe put on some energetic music and get some activity going. It did talk about going to bed earlier. I have been doing that for the past year. Now what I'm finding, since I'm so used to getting up earlier, is I can stay awake a little longer, so I'm expanding the amount of time. I just want to make sure that I'm using that time to develop myself, not to sit in front of the television. So I'm going to look at ways to make my evenings more productive and keep myself busy, because I think that's part of what gets people in trouble too, is they spend too much time eating in the morning. The last one is no snooze, no snooze, no snooze. And part of what I did or it's not the last one, part of what I did to avoid the snooze is I trained my animals that they get a treat the second the alarm goes off in the morning. And it is very funny. One of my animals is very noisy. And if she hears that alarm go off and I do not get up and go through the house and give them their treats, because my rule is treat on the tree. So I have to walk through the house and give her that treat, or she will stand at the bed and whine until I get up. So that was a good thing for me. It does also say stay on the same schedule, even on the weekends. Doc V talks a lot about that. And it's better and easier for your body not to have these up and down fluctuations. I do find getting up earlier, I get up and I walk. And as I walk, I see the sunrise and I see nature's animals. And it actually does help me to relieve stress. If there's anything bothering me, that walk and that listening to like meditations and positive affirmations, hi Stephen, those things actually help me to relieve stress. So it feels really good. So I guess that's really all of the tips. I'll just say them real quick and get on with the day. Don't set an alarm, just get up. If you can't commit to an hour early, do it 15 minutes early. Don't lay in bed and ruminate. If you have an AP, check in with them every day so that you can prove you got up early. If you drink coffee, have your coffee maker set up so that it's ready for you. Take a cold shower. Breakfast, make it leafy greens, water, or oatmeal, something that energizes your body. Start with a workout. It gets your blood pumping. Listen to music that pumps you up. Go to bed earlier. No snooze. Stay on the same schedule every day of the week. Because if you start following this pattern, it will help to relieve stress. I hope you guys have a beautiful Friday. For those in the U.S., it's a holiday weekend. Have an amazing holiday weekend. And remember, Doc V says slingshot forward. So use this holiday weekend to slingshot you forward. Oh, Pavlovian responses. Yeah, you're right, Stephen. I realize myself, I used to be conditioned to the commercials on TV. I was nothing more than Pavlov's dog, and I'm fighting that. Marketers are really good, but I don't want to be that person. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.